So we've got a really good response to these web sessions, and we're going to continue to offer them on a regular basis. So if you or anybody in your team wants to participate in future workshops, you'll have the chance to do that. We think that the reason for the incredible response is that the market is looking for an end-to-end solution, right? From the point where you order an aerial measurement report to the time that you get that report, we feel like we're getting you just half of the way there. We want to show you how we can get you all the way there in this end-to-end solution. And so we're going to address that today. And having the ability to create that end-to-end solution that for us is defined as the process of going from an address to an estimate and or a work order is a game changer, right? It's a huge time savings, and I'm going to show you how to sell more roofs today by saving that time. So I'm going to start by showing you how to order reports, add some team members, and set up your account. And then I'm going to go through a relatively new product that we've got called ProDocs, which is our estimating and work order tool that scrapes the measurements from our aerial measurement reports to easily generate those estimates and work orders for you. So there's no trickery today. Everything you see is being done in real time, and there's no reason at all why you can't be up and running on these tools immediately. I'd like to answer the two most common questions we get about ProDocs up front. The first is that during this demonstration, this workshop today, I'm going to be using a template that I created. They're just examples of what you can use, but you should know that you will create templates of your own, and we'll help you do that specific to your business. So materials, pricing, waste, overhead, profit, all that is customizable in the templates, and I'm going to show you how to do that. You can make as many templates as you want. Right? So you might have templates for Owens Corning or other materials manufacturers. You might have a template for a retail roof or insured roof. You might have a template for a good, better, best pricing situation. You might even have, with all due respect, Sam, you might even have different templates for different insurers, Allstate or USAA or Nationwide. The second question that we get a lot is that how do we price this stuff? And the answer is that we want to be a value partner. So the estimating tool, team members, text to scope, everything that I'm going to show you today is available in each of your accounts at no cost. So there's no, as I said before, there's no reason you can't be up and running on these tools quickly. Each one of you have already been assigned an account executive. If you've got an account with our organization, and he or she will be happy to help you walk you through each one of these things and help you build your first template to get started. So again, if there's any questions during the presentation, you can either chat them to us or just holler and we'll stop. All right, so here we go. The first thing I want to do is set up my account correctly. You can see here that I'm in my account. And the way that I want to set this up correctly is in my details. And this is really important for a lot of our customers aren't utilizing each one of these areas as they could be. The first is this team members. So team members allows me to have anybody in my organization that I identify here order a report directly from us and then get that report sent back to them. Right? So they've got their own address, email address, of course, but also their own unique password, but they're under the corporate umbrella. So anything that they order here will be charged to whatever card we've got an account. So this is a way for you to really simply add team members. It's super easy. You just type in their first name, their last name in the email, add that team member, and then they're added here. And then likewise, if somebody leaves your team, like David, I'm going to get rid of David. I'm going to put him in the trash can. He's okay. And he's now gone. So if he's left the organization, it's an easy way to kind of control that. So that's the first thing about team members is more and more of our customers are allowing people on their teams to access and order reports, and that's how they do that. The second is this email CC recipients. And you can see here that I've got Kelsey at RoofScope in there. I could simply add more recipients by typing in their email address. The point about this that you should know is that this person, whether it's an office administrator or a project manager, whoever you've assigned in your organization, will then see each scope report that's ordered by any of the team members. So these team members only see the scopes that they order. The CC recipients will see every single order in your organization. And that's a good way for you to kind of keep track. Hey, this guy might be ordering too many reports. Let's figure out why. Or likewise, here's another person maybe not ordering reports for every roof that we want them to. Let's have a conversation with them. So that's how you set up the email CC recipients. Simply hit the little pen here and then add an address. The third part that I think is really important for you is that we have the ability for your guys in the field to order reports from their cell phone or from an iPad, anything that's connected to the cell network, right? So they don't have to be on a Wi-Fi to do that, and they can do that from their phone. It's simple to register a phone here. You simply type in the phone number. You can see here that we've already got one person set up under text notifications. If you type in their phone number, they then get a quick ping from us, they verify that, and then they're registered. That allows your guys in the field to order scopes from us in real time in the field without having to go back to the office, call the office administrator, whatever it might be. Right? So I've set up my account. If you've got any questions about this, again, feel free to reach out to this. We can walk you through this and make sure that you feel comfortable with this. So the first thing I want to do now that I've got my account set up correctly is I want to order a scope. This is the roofscope.com page. As you can see here, we've got a whole suite of products. We've got 8 different products across the top here. We sell scope reports for gutters and paint and siding and insulation and concrete. We'll even take a blueprint, and you can upload the blueprint to our system and we'll scope that for you. But for this demo, let's order a roof scope report, and I'm going to put in the address of my home that I grew up on. That's 27 Chauncey Drive in San Diego. And that drops the pin right on my roof. You simply confirm the location, identify the property type. This is residential. I recommend that you always default to, if it turns out that it's bigger than 50 squares, we'll handle that for you. There were sadly no auxiliary buildings on my property, so I'm going to unselect that. And then here's where I get to choose which of the reports that I would like to have generated. I can do more than one at the same time, not a problem. In this case, I'm just going to do the roof scope report. I then add it to my account and place the order. So it's that simple to order roof scope reports. You can, as I said, do that from your office. You can do that from the field via text to scope, or if you so choose, you can give us a call at our 877 number, and our customer support team will answer the phone. I've done my best to make sure that you actually talk to a human and not hear a machine when you call that number. So we're pretty proud of what we've done there, and I expect that that's going to be the user experience that you've got. Once you've ordered scopes, they then reside in your My Scopes link here. And this is simply a repository of every scope that we've ever delivered for your company. And you can see here that I've got a bunch of these. I've got roofs and gutters and siding scope reports in here. And if we scroll down to the second page, you can see that I've probably got 20 total in here. So we can choose one of these at random. Here's one at 1000 Opportunity Way in Denver. You've got a couple different options here. You can download the report once it's delivered to you, and once you download it, the report is delivered to you in this fashion, right? So most of you are probably used to seeing these reports. This is a 2-page aerial measurement report. You can see that we've got imagery from 4 different aspects around the property. So we've got really good and clear imagery on this. Those images then go directly to our CAD team. So the CAD team's comprised of people with engineering degrees. They have extensive experience in CAD, and what they do is they take that photo or that satellite image and they create this very detailed report, plane by plane, of the roof. So this particular roof has got 16 planes, each one of them identified. Here's plane A. It's 1,035 square feet at a 412, and it's got 191 square feet of ice and water barrier, which you can see here in the hatched area. At the bottom of the report is the drawing key, so you know the difference between an eave and a hip and a ridge, color-coded. All that is then summarized up here to the left. So you can see I got 43.1 squares on this roof.
An appointment with Wes.
You got Mike on the phone, so I can't help you with the appointment. Standard scope, you've got 412, 612 at 40 squares, and then you've got some flat slope. You've got 1 square of flat slope here, and you got 1.9 squares of low slope. So you can see here's the 16 roof planes identified, and then each one of the each one of the items that you need that are necessary for you to estimate and then generate a work order from that roof. From there, once that scope is delivered into your account, it's very, very easy for you to create an estimate, an invoice, and a work order. And when I say easy, I mean super easy. We're talking about under 10 seconds for each one of these once you've got your template created. And I'm going to do these in real time. So I'm back to this 1,000 opportunity way. Here's my ProDocs down arrow. I hit generate a document. Let's take a look at an estimate. We automatically populate most of these fields here. I simply want to make sure that I'm using the right template. The template I've chosen for this demonstration is this OC Duration Seal, Defend, Breathe template. If I continue from there and I generate the estimate, you can see that that is then the estimate for that roof that we just looked at here at 43.1 squares. You can see that I've gone out another decimal point here to get 43.53 squares. And here are each one of the line items that we've identified in our template by squares or square feet or linear feet, whatever's appropriate for that particular line item. You then let the system know that you're pricing on that. We handle all the math here on the right-hand column. We're going to drop your logo in here. We're going to have all the contact information required for you up in this upper left-hand corner, as well as for your customer. We pre-populated a notes field, and I can edit any of these on the fly, as well as a footer down here at the bottom. If I turn the page over by clicking the green button here, I then see my invoice. So you get paid for the hard work that you do. For each one of these documents, you can email that document out, you can download it, or you can print it, whichever is appropriate for your business. So I'm going to flip the page over again, take a look at that estimate. Let's go take a look at how we actually created the estimate, what the template looks like. So again, I'm repeating myself here, I know, but this is a template that we created. You can use, modify, edit this template at your discretion, or any of the templates that we've got in there. And you can see that we've scraped that 43.53 squares from the roof for this particular line item because it's a tear off. We've got no waste, we've got no material cost. We've simply put in $55 labor cost, and the system does the rest for you here. So I've got a $3,700 line item for the tear off. If I go to the underlayment, which of course does have a material cost, you see that we've taken the same quantity, 43.53 squares, 0% waste, no labor on this, $9 material cost with a $15 overhead and a $45 profit for a $783 roof. If I go back to that and I say, I think I'm going to have about 10% waste in there, you can see that number over here to the right under the net automatically recalculates itself. And each one of the line items can be added, removed. It's simple to remove that line item. I simply hit the button there. I can move any of these around so they show up in a different order when I finally generate the estimate. Down here is where I put these project notes in, and I can have project notes that I use again and again, so those can auto-populate. And again, we talked about this little footer note here. So I'm going to generate this estimate one more time to show you the document that was created from that. What I'm going to do now is, instead of generating an estimate, I'm going to go to that same address and I'm going to generate a work order. Again, we auto-populate. You can see that I've got property owner. The template is this OC Duration template. I'm now going to hit the generate work order, and you see that we've done the same thing that we've done for the estimate on the work order side, but in this case you can see that we've identified the right materials. So I need 144 bundles of True Def shingles from OC. I need 16 boxes of hip and ridge shingles. I need 5 bundles of starter strip, and I need 9 rolls of underlayment. I can then email that work order directly to my supplier, my distributor. I can download it, I can print it. And on the back side of this page, if I hit the green button, is my material cost. Obviously, this is an internal facing document. We talked to lots of roofers who don't really have a good handle on their material costs as they bid the job. This is a way for them to get their hands around that. If I go back and hit the edit button, you're going to see that I've taken each one of these line items and I've simply called out my pricing on that. So I know that we're converting squares to bundles, although it could be any of these other items that we've got here. I know that I can't buy a third of a bundle or a half a bundle, so I'm going to round up to the nearest whole unit. I'm converting three bundles to a square. I'm scraping the quantity line item out from the roof report. I've got a 10% waste factor, and there's your math and your cost for that particular line item. If it's not OC that I'm working with, instead that I'm a GAF house, it's simple to change each one of these line items. And then likewise, the color that would go along with this. We've even gone so far as to identify for a generic item like spray paint that I'll take a generic version of that, but I want to match that to the shingle. And then lastly, because we don't measure pipe boots, it's your call on this thing. If you've got 3 pipe boots on that roof and they're $12 a piece, you can see that we've done the math there for you, $36 on the pipe. And then it will then populate this report for you. So now you've got 3 pipe boots. We don't auto-populate the notes on the work order. That's up to you to do, although we do put the footer down there as well. So the whole idea here, ladies and gentlemen, is end-to-end. You give us an address, we then automatically generate that aerial estimate report, aerial measurement report, and from there, estimates and roof orders are really, really simple for you to finally kind of close the gap and get that end-to-end solution. Thank you very much for your time and attention. We'll hopefully be talking to each of you soon. Bye for now.